Hey guys, what's up? It's Jeremiah with Christian Men's Illustrated, the podcast. Live coverage of Ufc Freedom 250. We're about halfway through the card here, and I'm going to be doing the play-by-play, calling it for you guys. This is on Paramount Plus. Some of you might not have Paramount Plus, so I'm going to watch it with you, calling this fight. And let me just say, first and foremost, it looks so good. I mean, I was expecting this, but it looks fabulous. I love the setup, love the staging, love the lights. And this has a lot of political feelings, shall we say, about what's going on in this fight. You know, Donald Trump, you either love him or hate him. You either really, really, really love him or really, really hate him. I think this is a cool event. I like how they're doing this. You know, they're implementing a lot of patriotism. A lot of patriotic video packages can be seen in this fight. So all in all, it looks great. And so now we step over to Hokic. What fight we got going on here? Yeah, Derek Lewis. Fight is up next. And so we're moving through the main card. Let's see what happens here. So Michael Chandler just gets knocked out by Rufi, and that was evident. That was pretty evident from the moment that Chandler stepped into the ring that he was overmatched in terms of length, size, athleticism. And I'm sure Chandler was hoping that McGregor fight would have come to pass, but it did not. So now we move over to our next fight here at UFC Freedom 250. We have Hokic versus Lewis coming up. And I think this is kind of a 50-50 type fight. I would say a Hokic, he's done a lot with his mouth, but he's also done a lot with his hands. He's undefeated, and the UFC thus far has a very interesting story. He is a former collegiate wrestler. He is a former NFL player, and now he's a UFC fighter. So, you know, in the fight game, here's what's interesting about UFC. To become an elite level guy is not only do you have to become a fighter, but you got to become a talker. You have to develop the character. And I think that some of these guys are realizing that. McGregor, that they're realizing that being a great fighter is not enough to make it in the UFC. You have to develop a character of some kind. So here we are, UFC 2, Freedom 250, Hokic and Lewis. And if you hear the backstory of this fight is that Donald Trump wanted Derek Lewis on this card. He wanted Derek Lewis on this card, and so he made it happen. Following Hokic's last fight, Dana White scrambled to make a phone call to set this fight up. So anyway, thanks for joining me on the live stream here as I call this fight. UFC Freedom 250. We got Harrison getting me some wings right now, and he's on his way. So my prediction on this fight, I'm actually going to go Derek Lewis. I still think Derek Lewis has enough in the tank, and he has significant power. So someone like Hokic, I don't know if he's been in a war like this, and as he's felt the power of someone like that. So here we are getting to this fight, Hokic versus Derek Lewis. And once again, I'm looking at, I love how they have the fighters coming through the White House, the walk-in. They're coming through the rooms of the White House. Very, very unique how they have this all set up. This has got to be this has to be a very unique experience for the fighters. This is a memorable card. I don't know why. Maybe they did, but I don't know why some fighters wouldn't have fought harder to be on this card. This is a one-in-a-lifetime event. I don't know if we'll ever get another White House, although Donald Trump is going to be president for a couple more years, so we could potentially get some more White House fights. That's a very strong possibility. So Derek Lewis comes out first. I find this interesting in that I thought he would be, since he's the veteran, I thought he would have came out second. So he comes out first. And again, a very cool scene. As the fighters walk in, you see the White House in the backdrop. And one thing, observation I made was I thought Donald Trump would be perched up on the balcony area of the White House, but he's actually front row for these fights. So he's trying to look like a true fight fan. I thought he might be sitting up top as like looking like he's a king or something like that. But he's on the front row, and every fighter thus far has acknowledged Donald Trump. And so it's also, side note here, what they're doing for the entrance of the fighters is that they're using a live band of the military. So they're giving props to the military. Each fighter is walking in with former military. So obviously Trump is trying to set this up for all the haters that are going to be like, oh, this is all about Donald Trump. There are very strong patriotic elements being weaved in and out of this particular event, and I think they're doing a very good job. So here we go. Derek Lewis getting checked out by the refs on the way in, checking the gloves, checking the body. They do the little ear check, things like that. All right, Derek Lewis begins to make his way into the octagon. If you notice, they called that structure that is above them is called the claw. And if you've heard other interviews with Dana White, why the UFC never does outdoor events is because of just there's so many dynamics that you have to deal with when you're doing an outdoor event. So you have weather, it could rain, it could, you have the humidity. So you don't have the control of the environment like you do in the indoor setting, which is why Dana is usually strongly opposed to these outdoor events. Okay, so now Hokit coming in. And they also they're panning in to describe this for you. They have a giant video wall. Then the next layer is the claw and the octagon surrounded by the fans, and then the backdrop of the White House. They did exceptional. The visual look of this fight event is amazing. And so here we go, panning into the green room of the White House. Hokit comes out. He's got the American bandana on. He's got the sunglasses. He's got the vibe. Now, here's one initial observation between these two fighters, which you would have noticed in the weigh-ins, is that Hokit, I think he weighed in the 230 range, and then Lewis was a lot heavier. So he's going to have the size advantage on Lewis, probably 20 pounds or so. So that'll be interesting as to if that makes an effect or not. So give me your comments as you guys are dialing in here. UFC Freedom 250. It's Donald Trump's birthday. It's 80th birthday. It's America's birthday. And we have the first ever UFC fight at the White House. What do you guys think of this? This is interesting. Again, I'm for it. I think it's a cool idea. I'm a fight fan. I'm a UFC fan. So I'm more than comfortable putting my fandom and my politics to the side to watch this fight. I think it's very interesting. Again, my hope is that they would do more of these. I'm sure Trump is totally for it, but there's no doubt, to be political for a moment, there's no doubt that there's a little selfishness on the part of one Donald Trump regarding this event. It's his birthday. Dude, if I could pull that off and be like, for my birthday, I want to have a UFC event at my house. That'd be great. Hokit making his way in. And again, like I said, he's looking lean. So I wonder if he was going for... I wonder if that was intentional. I can't remember what he normally fights in, but fighting it at the lower end of the heavyweight size, that's interesting. So that might give him a little bit of a stamina advantage over Lewis. I would assume this fight will end in a knockout. That would be my assumption. I would strongly assume that someone's going to get knocked out. And I would assume that this is going to be a very interesting fight. I think this is going to be an interesting fight. So let's see what happens here. Hokit getting checked out by the refs, putting a little Vaseline rub there on the eyebrows, checking the gloves, making sure that there's nothing shady going on here in this particular fight. Josh Hokit Most significant strikes in a third-round fight, showing some of his stats there overall. Yeah, I would imagine this is going to be someone's getting knocked out. That's what I'd imagine. I would imagine Hokit, he's going to let it all loose. If he wins this fight, it is going to carry him into the upper ends of the heavyweight division. I don't know that this will give him a title fight, but if he wins tonight, Hokit, he's undefeated. He's on fire. He's got the social media. He's got the juice right now. So let's see what happens here. We go to a commercial break right now as they prepare for this upcoming fight. What say you guys on UFC Freedom 250? You guys think this is going to be a banger, if you will, on this particular fight? I would say next to Pereira that this will be the most interesting fight. That's what I think. Okay, Derek Lewis is 41, so he's in the upper. All right, Hokit 28, Lewis 41, Hokit 6'1", 231. Yeah, so see, Derek Lewis 6'3", 265, definitely coming in at about 30, over 30 pounds in weight advantage. So that could be detrimental, or that could just unleash the knockout power. Lewis, known for his knockout power. So again, both these guys, these are heavyweights. They're slinging lots of beef around in this particular fight, okay? So Bruce Buffer calling the fight right now. Derek Lewis, 29-13, 6'3", 265. Very experienced veteran in the octagon. This will be interesting. You know, this fight is set up for Hokit to win. That's my opinion. They want him to win. So the pizza arrives. The wings are here. We're live streaming Harrison on the Christian Men's Illustrated podcast YouTube channel. Doing the live stream. Harrison, do you have a favorite in this particular fight?
I really don't, man.
Okay.
I think, I'm for the underdog, really, but
I am calling Derek Lewis with the knockout, but this is a big moment for Josh Hokit to see if he can rise. Undefeated, former collegiate wrestler, former pro football player, San Francisco 49ers. You probably don't know him from the Niners, but he played a couple years on the practice squad and then just couldn't cut it in the NFL. So this guy is an athlete. You don't make it on an NFL practice team, and you don't become a major collegiate wrestler without being an amazing athlete. So here we go. Bruce Buffer calls it. Here we go. Hokit has got a very loose, interesting style. All right. This fight is on right now, folks. Hokit versus Lewis. And like I said, I think Lewis is looking for the bomb. He's looking for the bomb. Hokit, little front kick. Lots of kind of movement on the part of Hokit. I think he's trying to throw different feints, just some different moves at Lewis to try and throw him off. But Lewis is centered. This guy, 29-13. This guy's been in the octagon. You're not going to shake this guy. Front kick to the stomach of Lewis, no effect. Kick to the knee. Kick to the thigh. Hokit throwing lots of kicks. Oh, gee. He throws a spinning back kick, falls over. That was not smart. So Hokit, I think he's got to be careful because he's wanting to put on a show because President Trump is sitting there right on the side with Melania watching you. That's got to be a pressure in and of itself.
Well, let's get some food, huh? Thank you, Father, for this meal on this day. Let this day be a good day. Let this be an enjoyable fellowship. And let's see good fights. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. All right.
Give me a free pizza.
We got a free pizza. So, all right. We're still live, Harrison. That's all right. Harrison, bless the food live. Oh, geez. Oh, my goodness. Lewis has bombs. He's throwing that when that dude throws, it's nuclear.
Oh, man.
Okay. So Hokit, We're going to take breaks between the lives here, guys, but I definitely wanted to call this Lewis-Hokit fight. Hokit looks like he doesn't have significant reach advantage over Lewis, trying to find the inside. Lewis just isn't falling for any of this stuff, right? So Lewis is steadfast, anchored. Okay.
Ooh, already on the ground.
Hokit gets him to the ground. Hokit's a wrestler. This is his specialty. Lewis is not a wrestler. He's a stand-up, knock you out dude. Hokit has the advantage. There's 2 minutes. There's 2 minutes and 42 seconds. So Lewis is on the ground. He's getting hit. Is Lewis going to be able to get back up? Hokit, taking shots. Lewis is taking shots right now on the ground.
Their hits don't look so fast.
Bam.
So fast.
1, 2, 3, 4. He landed 4 shots. 5. He's landing these shots on the ground on Lewis. 5 shots. Lewis is going to have to either get up or he's going to lose his fight. Elbow. Okay. I picked Lewis. It was a bad pick, I think. I think it was a bad pick. Oh, my goodness. Lewis is trying to get up. He's trying. Little rabbit punches to the face. Those aren't going to do much. Lewis is getting up. He's getting... Okay, takes him back down. This is what Hokit needs to do. If you're Hokit, you need to win this fight. You don't necessarily need to knock him out. You need to come out the victor here. You need to utilize... Oh, no. Harrison, you don't give up the back. You don't give up the back. He gives up the back. Someone's bleeding right now. And I think there's a little blood out of Lewis right now.
A lot of blood, too.
All right, Lewis is fading.
Oh, it's his head. Yep.
Lewis is fading. He gives his back up. Don't give up your back to a wrestler. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. He's trying so hard to give up, but he's getting sloppy here.
Is he trying to run the time or something? This is bad.
All right, if you're Lewis, now your goal is let's try to make it a minute. No.
I think it's over.
Oh, jeez. Hokit, he's got it. I mean, he clearly advantage Hokit in round 1. Using the wrestling. And if I'm Hokit's referee heading into round 2, I just say just keep wrestling. Keep him on the ground. Keep working him. Keep pounding him. Armbar. It's over.
It's over.
No. Armbar. 30 seconds.
He's going to tap. Watch.
Wow.
No way. We're going to see someone's arm get...
Oh, it looks like it's stretching. He's using... Man, Lewis is a beast.
He's tough, man.
Lewis is a beast.
He must not have it tight.
Not tapping to the armbar.
He just got 10 seconds. He's not tapping. He heard the bell. He's not tapping. Nope. He ain't doing nothing.
That's not position.
No, that's not doing nothing. It's not positioned correctly. Yep. He's trying.
You can make all the noises you want, but he makes it.
Wow. What a terrible first round, but he still pushed through.
All right, commercial break. Hokit dominates round 1. Lots of ground and pound. Landed a lot of shots. Derek Lewis on his back. Gives up his back. That was a bad round for Lewis. Very bad round for Lewis. So,
If I was to make a bet, which I'm not, I wouldn't bet on Lewis.
Lewis is going to have to drop a bomb. It looks like he's going to have to knock him out to get this fight. All right. Interesting fight. I'm going to call the rest of this one and take a break. I'm going to call the rest of this fight, and then I'm going to eat my wings. That's what's going to happen, guys. Christian Men's Illustrated, the podcast. Again, I love the look of everything that they've done at UFC 250 Freedom. Look how cool that looks, Harrison. Look at that claw, the White House in the background, people surrounding the octagon. Great use of lighting, stage lighting. They put a lot of money in this one. Will Donald Trump keep it there forever? All right, here we go. Round 2. Lewis comes out. He got beat up. He got bloodied. Not only did he get beat up, he got bloodied in round 1. Hokit should be feeling confident. If I'm Hokit, work the jab, go for a single double leg takedown, and just keep pounding him out. Lewis will roll over, get that submission. Based off of round one, it looks like this fight is not going to be a knockout, but maybe a submission. Oh, Lewis
What was that?
throws a big old kick. It's funny. Both these guys have tried to throw a couple like spinning back kicks, and their bodies are not designed for that. Here we go. Hook
Yeah,
it.
they're heavyweights.
Back
man.
to the single leg.
Their
Hook it
punches
back to the
look-
single leg.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Those some hits.
Derek Lewis.
He felt that.
Derek Lewis. Come on, drop. I kind of want Lewis. I want Hokit to get humbled a little bit. So I would love to see Lewis just, oh,
I think
jeez.
Lewis has had some knockouts, has he?
One fact I heard the other day on a podcast is that Derek Lewis has the greatest, the strongest grip strength number in the UFC.
Really?
He's got over, oh, come on, Lewis.
Power them.
All right, Hokit getting a couple jabs in here. But if Hokit gets sloppy, leaves those hands down, you don't want to leave your hands down when you're fighting Lewis. Because the dude, man, Lewis takes a couple shots. Hokit looking to take him down. Lewis tries a little leg sweep
Dude.
of his own. He's wobbling.
Yeah, he is. He's just like
These heavyweights,
moving
man,
like a big guy.
these heavyweights don't last long typically.
are, but-
Oh, wobbled. Lewis is wobbled. He's just kind of throwing sloppy punches now. Lewis is just throwing some sloppy punches. Oh. Hoka hits him. I think it's going to be lights out here a second. Sadly. Lewis is tired. Look at his legs. Breathing hard. Dropping the hands. These heavyweights, man, they just have such mass and girth. Oh, geez. Yeah. Yep. Hokit needs to take advantage of this. Lewis is clearly in the corner. Hokit has Lewis up in the corner. Some body shots. Some dirty boxing going on right now. Nothing significant, but Lewis, again, you would give this round to Hokit for sure. You would definitely give him this round. Jeez.
Oh, dude.
Shot to the chin. Lewis takes a shot to the chin. Another one. 1-2. Hokit getting tired too, though.
He's probably feeling it too, you know.
If I was Lewis, you're just trying to land a home. Oh my goodness. If I got hit by any of these punches, I would be on the ground. These guys just swinging for the fences. Derek Lewis is swinging for the fences right now. Elbow, Hokit. Got him tied up, but Lewis is a veteran. He's going to make it through another round. 1 minute 33, 30 seconds left in round two. Hokit, number 5 ranked versus Lewis, who's ranked number 9 in terms of the ranking standpoint. So a win from Hokit would shoot him probably 3rd or 4th in the rankings, maybe. A shot at Pereira, who's going to fight later on tonight.
I didn't think it was gonna be this late that they're gonna be fighting.
Look at
They
these
said
guys.
Saturday night, man. I got
Yep.
to go to work tomorrow.
These guys are, oh my goodness. Lewis is wobbling. He's wobbled.
Oh.
Jeez, he's taking shots.
What is he doing?
It's over. It's over.
Yep,
Stop
it's
it.
over.
Stop
It's
it.
over. Yep, he's
There
out.
we go, ladies and gentlemen. Knockout by Hokit. Why is the ref not stopping this fight?
He just stopped it.
Okay, that's bad reffing right there, first of all.
Like I said, I would have not bet on Lewis.
That's bad reffing. You can't let the ref let that guy Lewis take 4 to 5 significant shots that were not necessary.
Looked like, why was he?
All right,
look
Hokit with the
fatigued?
knockout. That's a
Why
live
did
call
Lewis look
here.
so fatigued? Like,
We'll see you in a
how
few
he's
minutes.
moving?